And after being devastated by record-breaking floods in February and another major flood the very next month, the New South Wales Northern Rivers city of Lismore was yesterday bracing for a third round. The regional centre of 44,000 people near the New South Wales-Queensland border avoided the sort of catastrophic weather event that has ravaged other parts of the state. But with another wet summer ahead, some locals say they'd rather not stay to see what unfolds. Others don't have a choice. SBS reporter Claudia Farhart filed this report from Lismore.
This time around, the Wilson's River was kind, but Lismore knows all too well that kindness can't be counted on.
I can stand at the kitchen window and know when I'm really in trouble.
More than 14 metres of trouble arrived in February.
And we were rescued and placed on the roof of the house that's collapsed up the road.
Marilyn Schofield spent months rebuilding. The job is far from done. And on Sunday, there was another major flood warning.
We love North Lismore. We've lived here for 20 years and I always thought it'd be my community. I thought I'd get old here. But we can't stay. It's too dangerous and it's just going to get worse. So we're ready to go.
The predictions were wrong. These floodwaters peaked at less than half the level of February's unprecedented flood event. But it was still enough to put an exhausted community on edge again.
We actually have a mental health crisis here. The threat of a third flood is just too much. It's too much for our community. And the reality is, if we're going to be going through this wet season, every time people hear that rain, it affects them.
Walking through these most low-lying parts of Lismore, you can see a lot of the houses here still haven't been rebuilt since the February floods. Some people say they're waiting for announcements on government buyback schemes and assistance, and others say they just don't really see much point, given the flood risk isn't going away. That uncertainty is clear in the city centre. Some repairs are in progress, but many shops are now shells.
People are having conversations about what their future looks like, but they're having those conversations in an absence of information. And it's very hard to make decisions if you don't understand what choices are available to you.
New South Wales Premier Dominic Perrottet promises an announcement on home buybacks is imminent.
I know that the time that sometimes these things takes provides uncertainty, but I much prefer for a smaller period of uncertainty to get the certainty of a good result.
Keith Mason has lived by the Wilson's River for 30 years. He says he's heard it all before.
I'd rather it go on the market to be sold to someone who can enjoy it, rather than sell it for peanuts and then I can't do nothing with the money they give you.
For the locals of Lismore, only one thing is certain: another major flood warning, and the worries that come with it won't be too far away. Claudia Farhart, SBS World News.